Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed. Today we're going to give you our review of the Titan Plus Luxe mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. Now this is a mattress that they created specifically for heavier people who wanted a little bit more plushness in their mattress. We're excited to show it to you. Stick around. Now, in case you've never seen one of our videos before or been to our website, goodbed.com, the number one thing you need to know about mattresses is that they're highly personal, which means the best one for me will be very different from the best one for you, and vice versa. And it also means that any best mattress lists you may have seen on the internet are nothing more than garbage. And that's to say nothing of the fact that the publishers of those lists sell every one of those spots on the list. But we'll put that aside. The right way to think about mattresses is what we call the 3 Fs. Fit, feel, and features, okay? Fit is about the characteristics of a mattress that make it fit your body in terms of your weight, your shape, and your preferred sleep positions. Feel are the characteristics of the mattress that cannot be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for your personal preferences. And features are things about the mattress that can actually be categorically better or worse. However, they may or may not be a priority for you personally. We're gonna get into all of those things, the fit, feel, and features of this mattress. That's how we do all of our product testing at GoodBed, and it's also how we organize all of our reviews. So let's start with fit, since it's what determines to what degree you're going to get the 2 things that everybody has to get from their mattress: proper spinal alignment and adequate pressure relief. Now, we always think about these 2 things in terms of both sleep position and weight, and those combinations of the 2. And the Titan Plus Luxe, as I mentioned, is designed for heavier people, so it does tend to perform a little bit better for heavier sleepers, particularly side sleepers and back sleepers. So basically both heavier side sleepers and heavier back sleepers we think would get very good spinal alignment on this mattress. Heavier stomach sleepers won't do quite as well, just on account of the additional softness and cushioning depth on this mattress, which would be maybe more than you would design for with specifically just a heavier stomach sleeper in mind. But we still think that the underlying support is strong enough that a heavier stomach sleeper is still going to get good support, just maybe not quite as good as the side or back sleepers would. In terms of lighter people, we would actually say that because of the additional comfort layers they've added to the top and the additional softness they've added to the top of this mattress will actually accommodate lighter sleepers better than most mattresses that are designed for heavier sleepers would. In terms of side sleepers, for example, we would say the lightest side sleepers would probably still get good spinal alignment, but once you get to, say, my weight, and I'm in close to 200 pounds, once you get to my weight, I think you're in very good territory, just like you would be for the heaviest side sleepers. Likewise, for back sleepers, I would probably say that people of all weights would get very good spinal alignment. The heaviest people will sink a little further in, but they'll be captured by the strong support unit below so that they don't sink too far. The lighter people will kind of float on top on these cushioning layers, and they'll still, I think, get good accommodation for their curves of their lumbar, and yet still good underlying supportiveness to keep you from sagging in your hips. In terms of stomach sleepers, we talked about how the heaviest stomach sleepers would probably get good spinal alignment, but not great maybe on this mattress. Whereas I actually think, by contrast, the lighter stomach sleepers will do better. So as you get lighter as a stomach sleeper, your spinal alignment is getting better to the point where the lightest stomach sleepers would get very good, if not excellent, spinal alignment on this mattress. Now, in terms of pressure relief, this is really going to be a concern for side sleepers principally, because that's the position in which your weight is concentrated over the smallest surface area. We would say that overall here, the pressure relief is good to very good. In fact, for most people, I think it will be very good. For maybe the heaviest side sleepers, we probably would say it's going to be just a little bit worse than for the lightest side sleepers, again, because once you get kind of down into the mattress more, your pressure relief is coming from the spring unit, which is not going to be nearly as conforming or as pressure relieving as the comfort materials on top. But those lighter side sleepers are really going to be getting their pressure relief from these upper foam layers, of which there are plenty of them, and which are rather soft. So therefore, overall, I'd say lighter side sleepers, very good. Heavier, good. The more curvy you are, obviously in general, the worse pressure relief you're going to get. But notwithstanding that, I would still say even the curvier people of any weight are still going to have good pressure relief on this mattress. All right, so now we're going to move on to the second of the three F's, feel, which again are the characteristics that cannot be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for your personal preferences. And the first of these is softness. That's the one that most people care about or at least are aware of. And in this case, we would actually say that this is a medium softness on our softness spectrum. So again, we talked about how in the beginning, this is a mattress designed for heavier people that Brooklyn wanted to make as plush as possible to give heavier people a mattress that feels plush. Now, when you put that on a spectrum against all mattresses, while this might be soft for a mattress made for heavier people, it's pretty much a dead medium, if not even towards the medium firm side on our softness spectrum relative to kind of the overall population of mattresses. So we would also mention, and this is going to affect all of our feel ratings and characteristics here that we give you today. We received a model that has about 1.5 inches of the transition layer right above the coils. We'll show it to you later in the video. The specs call for about a 1-inch layer there, and that's a little bit of a softer foam used there. So we believe that the model we got is probably just a smidge softer than what the average model you would receive, and therefore we've kind of taken our ratings down as in terms of what I'm providing to you today and what you'll see on our website as to meet what we expect would be the norm in terms of models that you'll receive when you order it. So overall, we classify this as a medium, and it's kind of towards the medium firm end, but still within the medium classification. The second feel characteristic is what we call cushioning depth, and this is going to determine the difference between whether you sleep in your mattress or sleep on it. In this case, it's kind of a hybrid. We put this pretty much right in the middle. If anything, it skews more towards sleeping on your mattress, but you're going to get just a smidge of that hugged or cradled sensation, but more, if anything, of the kind of floating above your mattress sensation, but a little bit of both, and that's kind of makes sense because it's a combination of this sort of stronger support unit down below with a little bit more cushioning and padding up above, so it creates a bit of that hybrid sensation. The next feel characteristic is memory feel, and there's no memory foam in this mattress per se. But that being said, these foams, they don't respond, completely instantaneously the way like latex does. So we would still classify this as having just the tiniest bit of delayed responsiveness, but still, in terms of our memory feel spectrum, well over towards the little to no memory feel side of that spectrum. And now the last feel characteristic is bounce. And this is a mattress that does have a lot of bounce. We look at bounce at 3 levels of the mattress, starting with the surface bounce. There's plenty of surface bounce, just real springiness up at the top. We also test it kind of the mid-level bounce. We drop a bowling ball, and that bowling ball has plenty of pep in it as it comes back up. And likewise, I throw my whole body down on the mattress, and even my whole body weight comes back up with quite a bit of gusto. So this is a mattress that has lots of energy and bounce. All right, so now we're going to move on to the third and final of the 3 F's, which are the features. And again, these are the things that can be better or worse, but may or may not be a priority for you personally. And a perfect illustration of that is our first feel characteristic, motion isolation, which is basically what determines whether your person over here is going to be aware of or disturbed by what's happening with the person over here. So only really a factor for people who have partners or pets who come join them during the night. Really, what we would say about this mattress is that the motion isolation is excellent. We tested this several ways, both with dropping a bowling ball next to the sort of fake sleeper bowling pin, and then also me plopping my whole weight down next to the bowling pin, and really the bowling pin barely budged in either case. So this passed our test with flying colors. The next feature we tested is temperature, which is really about whether you're going to be able to stay cool and comfortable on the mattress through the night. Now, this is going to vary a lot by individual. Your mileage may vary, as they say, because this is a very personal characteristic. So what we would say about this mattress is that overall, its ability to keep you cool is very good. That's not to say that no one will overheat on this mattress, because some people are just prone to that or more prone to that than others. But overall, we think this is very good. There's a few reasons for that. Number one, this mattress does have a lot of airflow, right? You've got the support layer of the mattress is 100% pocket springs. Pocket springs are like 99% air. So, and that's, by the way, going all the way from edge to edge. There's no foam perimeter that could be blocking airflow in and out of that layer of the mattress, just springs. So lots of airflow there. You've got about 4 inches of foam above the springs, which is a medium amount, not a super high amount of foam. And then you've got on top of that foam, you've got this Glaciotex cover. Now I should mention that my rating is really based on having the Glaciotex cover. It would be just a smidge lower, you know, maybe we'd call it good instead of very good without this cover. But the cover certainly does add a lot of coolness to the touch and some just initial coolness that you will feel when you first get into bed, even with sheets on it. You know, depending on how thick of a protector, you may or may not feel it through the protector. But this polyethylene fiber that's in this cover, that's how it basically has this coolness to the touch, will still do its job even through a protector, because basically what it's doing is it's essentially able to absorb heat. It's a higher density material. It's got a higher density and therefore an inherent coolness to the touch in much the same way that a material like marble, which is higher density, has an inherent coolness to the touch relative to a material like wood, which is a little bit lower density. So you can imagine how even putting a sheet on marble, you're still going to feel it. That marble, when the heat reaches the marble from your body, is still going to kind of absorb that heat, and you know that will create that overall coolness. So this is a coolness to the touch that I can certainly feel through my shirt, and therefore it does add a lot of initial coolness. It won't keep you cool all night long. Obviously, your body will heat this up eventually, but when you're trying to fall asleep, this cover will make a difference. So all of that, in my mind, adds up to what we would call very good in terms of its ability to keep you cool and comfortable. The next feature we tested is edge support, which is relevant whether you like to sit on the edge of the bed like I'm doing now, or whether you end up sleeping along the edge of the bed because of being crowded out by whoever else is in the bed with you. Overall, we would say that the edge support here is good. There is reinforcement of the edge, particularly along the sides. There are a couple of stronger rows of coils going up and down the sides of the mattress. Supposedly there's some stronger rows of coils that are also going along the foot and head of the mattress. I'm not picking up on quite as much edge support along the foot and head, to be honest, as I do along the sides. And overall, we found that the edge support when sitting along the sides was not quite as good as when lying along the sides. So I'd say, and not quite as good sitting at the head and foot as it is sitting on the sides. So when we kind of net all that out, we would say that our net assessment of the edge support here is that it is good. Not the best, but still good. The next feature we tested is the ease of repositioning. Not going to be a concern for most people in general, but for those of you who are worried about being able to maneuver and roll around, changing positions on this mattress, we'd say ease of repositioning here is excellent. The next feature we tested is the degree of natural materials in the mattress, which we also consider really just the lack of harmful chemicals, because there's not really, in this case, a natural story. This is not something, a mattress where Brooklyn is making claims about use of natural materials in this mattress. By and large, there aren't natural materials in this mattress to speak of. However, in terms of chemicals, what I can tell you is that all of the foams in this mattress are certified to the CertiPure standard, which is essentially an industry standard that looks for the presence of and off-gassing of various harmful materials and certifies that none are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. So as it relates to harmful materials, that is certainly something that you can take some comfort from with this mattress. The last feature we tested is adjustable base compatibility, which is something more and more people are interested in because they want a mattress that's going to do well on an adjustable base. And this is not really a binary thing as it sometimes gets presented. In terms of the binary thing, yes, this mattress is technically compatible. For sure, it is compatible, meaning it will not void your warranty if you use it on an adjustable base, and meaning that this mattress specifically is designed to bend and flex when used on an adjustable base. So right off the bat, that's a good thing. In terms of what we look at beyond that, first of all, how well does the mattress conform to the base when the base is, particularly in the kind of most extreme case, when the base is fully elevated, head and foot together. We found that it was good, not excellent, but good in terms of its ability to conform. It certainly conformed well underneath me. It did not conform as well on the side that I was not on. So that's just a small consideration. The second thing we look for is, does anything weird happen when you do have the mattress kind of bent and flexed on an adjustable base? In this case, I would say not really. We looked for bowing of the side panel. There was no issues there. We do look at bunching up of quilt layers. There is a bit of a quilt foam layer here, about a 1 inch of quilt foam that does bunch up a little bit. However, it was fine underneath me. So in other words, while I'm sitting on the mattress, elevating the base, I don't feel any bunching. Really no bunching is happening underneath my body weight. It's just on the side that I'm not on that kind of gets a little bit bunched up, and that's just something to be aware of. In terms of the other thing that we noticed is that the mattress does slide a little bit. So when you have it elevated on an adjustable base, you may notice that that it slides down the base a little bit, and kind of the retainer bar might be kind of poking into your mattress just a little bit. But that's the only other weird thing we found. And overall, what we would say is that this mattress is good in terms of its adjustable base compatibility. All right, so now that we've covered all three of the 3 Fs, let's move on to 3 things that are going to be important to anyone buying a mattress, particularly if you're buying it online, like you'll need to buy this one, which are delivery, return policy, and warranty. In terms of delivery, Brooklyn Bedding offers free delivery to your doorstep. From there, you'll be on the hook to kind of bring the mattress into your house, unbox it, and kind of take it from there, essentially. This is a pretty average weight mattress, not light, but not too heavy in terms of its maneuverability, but certainly a 2-person job to move this thing, whether in the box or out of it. In terms of return policy, Brooklyn does accept full returns with full refunds. The only thing is that there is a $99 fee in the case you do return the mattress. They do want you to try the mattress for 30 days just to give your body time to adjust to it and give it kind of a fair chance. But beyond that, you have 120 days to make a decision about whether you want to keep this mattress and get all but that $99 fully refunded. In terms of warranty, Brooklyn offers a 10-year non-prorated warranty on this mattress. Non-prorated is good. It means that you are basically fully covered for the duration of the full 10-year period. There's not like a trailing off in terms of how much protection you have as time goes on. The only thing in terms of defects or problems that you should know about is not covered is that they do consider a 1.5 inch sag to be kind of normal wear and tear. So anything less than that is not a warranty issue. Anything more than that would be covered under your warranty. All right, now we're going to take a peek under the hood and show you what's actually inside one of these Titan Plus Luxe mattresses. We're going to start at the top. The cover here, we opted for the Glacio Tex cover, which is an optional add-on, which basically is a cooling cover. We talked about how it works. It's got the polyethylene fiber. We talked about that in the cooling section if you haven't watched that yet. But basically, the one thing I would add to that is that this is relative to other covers that use polyethylene fiber as a cooling tactic. There is a lot of that polyethylene fiber in this cover. This is one of the coolest ones, honestly, that we've come across. It's in terms of its initial coolness to the touch. It also has a fair bit of slipperiness. I almost feel like I could Starsky and Hutch my way across this mattress if I wanted to. If you're not old enough to get that reference, there's some guys who used to slide across hoods of cars on their way to chase bad guys. Anyways, that's the only other thing you ought to know about the Glacio Tex cover, but overall, I think from a cooling standpoint, it's a great addition. And below that cooling cover, you've got 1 inch of gel foam, not memory foam, but just 1 inch of gel foam that's just kind of sewn right into the quilt layer here. Then right below that quilt, you've got a 2-inch layer of what they call Titan Flex foam, which is a high density, what we would call ultra high density polyurethane foam. Pretty fast response overall, but not quite as fast as like a latex, but generally a pretty fast response. And a very high density foam. And then below that, you've got 1 inch of what they call Supreme Response Transition foam, which again is a high density foam here and pretty fast response. It is for a transition foam surprisingly soft. It's actually softer than this foam here. I'd also point out, as I mentioned earlier, we got our mattress with a little bit more than 1 inch in this layer here, so it's more like 1.5 inches, which actually brings the total height of the mattress up to about 13.5, which is like 1/2 inch more than advertised. So no problems there. I just wanted to make sure that I was mentioning that because I think that the typical thing would be what they have on their website, which is that you'll get a 1 inch layer of this. So this again is a pretty fast responding, certainly not memory foam, and also high density polyurethane foam. with just a little bit more softness than what you have in this Titan Flex foam above it. And then below that, you come into your support layer of the mattress, and this is an 8-inch pocketed spring unit. They call it Titan Core, but basically this is a higher density, what we would consider to be a higher density coil unit. It uses lower gauge coils to be stronger and more durable. It also has some edge support going up and down the sides, ostensibly along the head and foot as well, but as we talked about in the edge support section, perhaps not quite as strong a coils going along the head and foot there. And then basically below that, all you have is a 1-inch layer of foam that's also a higher density foam that's designed to essentially give the coils just a nice, strong platform to rest on. So that's pretty much it for what's inside the mattress. The other thing I could mention is just in terms of the overall construction here, this mattress is made in the Brooklyn Bedding factory in Phoenix, Arizona, so made in the USA in Arizona. They do some things because of the fact that they make their own mattresses. They can do some things that maybe other bed-in-a-box type companies aren't able to do. They have this nice quilted side panel here that's got some foam and some fiber quilted into it. These strong tape edges, and overall, it's a nice, sturdy overall construction. All right, so now let's just summarize kind of our take on the Titan Plus Luxe mattress. First of all, I like the materials used in this mattress. I like the fact that they use this high density, what we would consider to be a high density coil unit in their support layer. I like the fact that they use what we would consider to be higher density or high density foams above that. That creates just a quality of materials that I think will ultimately hold up well, even under the added stress of heavier folks on this mattress. I also like the general mission of the mattress, which is to kind of make a product that is capable of serving heavier people, but also offers a fair bit more softness than the average product that is capable of serving those people. And that not only, I think, is just a nice option for heavier folks to have, it also allows this mattress to serve couples, for example, for whom maybe one of the partners is heavier and one isn't. For that matter, it also allows this mattress to serve folks who maybe aren't heavier at all, but just are looking for a little bit more durability from their mattress, which using a higher density coil unit and higher density foams above that offers. So I like all of that, and I think all of that is kind of consistent with the general assessments I gave in terms of back support and spinal alignment for a wide range of folks. I also, I think I would say to you that if you're interested in this mattress, you should be someone who's looking for kind of a medium amount of softness, sort of a blend of sleeping in or on your mattress, because that's kind of where this one comes out, is right in the middle of both of those spectrums. Ideally, you're someone who's not looking for a whole lot of memory feel and is looking for a little bit of bounce, because that's again where this mattress falls on those spectrums. And to the extent that any of these features are important to you, this is a mattress that offers good edge support, excellent motion isolation, and very good ability to kind of keep you cool and comfortable to the extent that you do opt for the Glacier Tex cover option. So all in all, I certainly think that if those criteria are ones that align with what you're looking for, then this is definitely a mattress you should consider. So there you have it. We hope you found this to be a helpful review of the Titan Plus Luxe mattress from Brooklyn Bedding. For more information about this mattress, including the ability to compare this mattress side by side with any other mattress that you may be considering across all of the characteristics that we covered in this video and then some, you could go to our website, GoodBed.com, and you can find that comparison feature right up in the header of our website. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and we hope you sleep well.